This is one more Monday where we are here to speak about the Acting for the New Earth, this series that we started this year 2024, that it's almost ending, with the intent, with the goal to speak about practical things that we can do on our daily basis in order to materialize right here, right now, the new era, the era of Aquarius, the new Earth, the paradisiac planet that so many speak about and that we wait for, because it's not about waiting for, it's about doing, acting, materializing on our daily basis. So last week we spoke a lot about um, taking as example the lives of the saints, and I told everybody here, I gave you guys a homework to read and reflect upon the prayer of Saint Francis. And I asked who did that, right? Who was researching, reading, praying, and experiencing what it means. And today this brings us to the topic of the presence of the feminine energy, or even the presence of the Great Mother, the presence of the goddess that will, so to say, bring also the new earth. And why that? We are speaking about the Christic energy, right? The Christ, which is the energy, we say it's the second ray energy that um, rules our, not only our planet Earth, but also our solar system. Maybe you never heard about that, about second ray and what is the Christic energy. Probably you did listen about it. And the Christic energy has its essence in the love and wisdom. Love and wisdom is the essence of the Christic energy, and it's also the base, also the feminine of the goddess, of Mother Earth, love, wisdom. And we spoke last week how love, what love means, and what loving oneself is also in order to start loving others. And what does this has to do with the prayer of Saint Francis? For the ones that went ahead and were reading it, you probably discovered that it's about having the focus outwards. One day, in one moment, in one occasion, one great master, a woman, asked me to reflect about pregnancy. The moment of pregnancy when a woman, has like the full belly, and the belly button comes out, right? It looks outwards in the woman's belly. If you are a woman, you probably can, remind yourself of this image, especially if you were pregnant already. If you are a man, maybe you don't remember, or maybe you didn't even pay attention to that, right? But when a woman gets pregnant and the belly, right, grows with the child inside, the belly button looks outwards and not inwards, right? Like if I'm a woman, not pregnant, or a man, in my belly, the belly button is always looking inwards, inside. And that great mentor, that woman, that mentor, she asked me to reflect about that. So when is the only time in the life of a being that the belly button is looking outwards? Like, I come from Brazil, as you know, and here in Portuguese we have a saying regarding this belly button. We say, you know, when a person regards him or herself only with him or her, it's like it has a focus on their own belly button. We say that, right? So that mentor wanted me to reflect on the time when it's the only time in the life of a being that the belly button looks outwards. And that happens only with women and when they are pregnant. And she asked me, why is that? And okay, of course, then if it's only with women, it does has to do with the feminine energy, with the love wisdom energy, right? First, first impulse. Second, why during pregnancy? Because during pregnancy, the woman, especially, I don't want to make this, you know, a conversation about men and women. Just follow the flow with me, all right? And then you can reflect about the other things. So the woman is pregnant, she's preparing herself, and also the man in another sense, but she is preparing herself. She's living every day biologically. Sorry guys. Biologically, she started living physically for another being and not only for herself. And she's preparing herself also emotionally, psychologically, to be able to enter motherhood. And what is that? Is to give your life, is to offer your life, your energy, your time, your everything, really everything. Who was pregnant already knows that, who is a mother knows that, to another being, right? And this is also what appears in the prayer of Saint Francis. Saint Francis says, you know, when there is not peace, take peace over there. When there is sadness, take happiness over there. When there is lack of faith, take faith over there. It's always about, you know, sharing. It's about being light, not being enlightened, right? People want to be enlightened because they want to be light. But to be enlightened means simply to, you know, be the light in the world, to lighten the world, not oneself only. Because light doesn't stay inside. Look at the sun. Look at the sun. The sun shines and enlightens the whole planetary system, our whole planet, all people living here. And when we are enlightened, when people feel in bliss, some speak of samadhi, right? When we are in bliss, when we are enlightened, we are ready to enlighten the world. And that means all the small sentences of the prayer of Saint Francis, taking love where is war, taking peace where there is uncomfort, taking happiness where there was sadness. It's about serving in the smallest details. And yeah, I mean, you noticed already, I'm here, not at home again. I am in São Paulo right now, in the house of very good friends and family. And São Paulo is a big city, right? And big cities, they are very interesting to observe. And one of the things I could observe in my stay in the last days here, in the relationships between people, among people, is that mostly we, I'm including myself, right? We humans, we are not able to serve, to give, to enlighten the people around us, because we are lost in our own fears, because we are lost in our own pain, and we don't want to look at that. And I think it was not in the last chapter. I think 2 weeks ago I asked you guys about, like, why do we have so many wars right now? Why does it seem to get worse and worse and worse? Right? The war is here. Is in the small relationships. It's between me and the person next to me, the person in front of me. If I am afraid, if I have fear, if I am in pain, I will be always maybe not fighting directly with the other that is in front of me, but I will be not willing to enlighten, because I'm searching for, like, I'm missing the light inside me, right? And if I'm missing the light inside me, how can I enlighten my relationships and don't make war? It's kind of impossible, right? So today I want to suggest and ask everybody here again for one and the very same thing, but in another level. I want you to reflect about what is to enlighten our environment, and why it's so important to take care of our fears, of our pains. You need to take care of your fears. You need to take care of your pain, so that you don't have a hole inside, right? That needs to be fulfilled, that asks for attention, that asks for, like, I, I'm missing the word in English, like, like compassion, love. We need to start, like, like pulling this just inside, but this needs to be born from within. And then we come again to the meditation practices, to the studies, to the daily practices, to observing, to expanding the heart, to be able to enlighten ourselves, to enlighten the environment, to be what is missing in the world. It's about serving, it's about giving, it's about love and wisdom. And then you can ask yourself, okay, a wise person does bad or does good? A wise person, why is this love and wisdom? This is like a translation for us human beings. I am quite sure for beings, beyond the planetary level, love would be enough. But we still don't understand love correctly. So we say love, wisdom, when we speak about the Christic energy, about the second ray, which is the ray that is in the human race to develop and to become, to fulfill the second ray, the Christic energy, the love and wisdom energy. And it is wisdom because of what we spoke in the last chapter. Because I need to be able to take care of myself. I need to know what are limits. I need to know what belongs with me, what belongs with the other. I need to know what is dependency and independency, codependency. I need to differentiate among those things to be able to love myself and truly love others, to truly put myself in service. In the service of what, Carol? Love? Yes, and if you want to have it simplified, to put oneself in service of peace. And now I want you to commit again to going home, to looking at your fears, take care of your pain, understand your pain. Don't let it eat you up, but eat it up yourself. Heal it yourself. And search for your tools, be it meditation, be it contemplation, be it walking, swimming, doing yoga, being it speaking lovingly with a person you don't even know, be it interesting yourself in observing what happens inside when you interact with the outside, be it the world, be it another person, and try to feel what you want in that moment. Do you want something for yourself? Are you trying to feed yourself your whole? Or do you want in that moment to just enlighten out of your bliss, out of your happiness, out of the love within? Do you want good for the person in front of you? Can you look at that person and say, I love you, I feel love towards you because I have so much love, peace, happiness inside myself that I love you? I don't even know you, but I love you. This is a feeling of bliss. It's not simply saying, I love everybody. No. It's a feeling of bliss that needs to grow inside, that needs to grow from our hearts. And then it can expand and enlighten the outworld. Okay? So I want you guys to reflect about this until next Monday. Observe your relationships. Observe the priority, the inner priority, when you are in relationship with somebody. Even if it's just, a small talk on the street. Observe here inside, what is my priority in that moment? What do I want when I'm speaking with other people? Am I searching fulfillment? I want something for myself? Or am I giving? Am I offering happiness? I'm offering a good moment. I'm offering peace. I'm offering love. Because everything that I feel is that I love you. Okay? If that's too abstract, don't worry. Go back, listen to this live again, bit by bit, minute by minute, note down, what I'm saying about the prayer of Saint Francis. Go on and look for it, read it, understand it. And go back also in the other chapters. We are, walking towards the end of the year and rewinding and starting the journey from the beginning, especially the ones that are getting to know the lives and the acting for the new earth episodes, this series here right now every Monday morning. Go back. If you're starting today, go back and start listening from the first episode. Start this journey with me again, to come to the today, here and now. We will end the year with a more expanded heart, I am sure. But for that you need to understand, to feel the concepts I am speaking about. And if it's too blurry for you, go your way step by step. Do your research. Do trials outside. Do trials with people that surround you, that are around you. Okay? Nobody here needs to be perfect. We are perfect in being imperfect, but wanting to become perfect. That's what I like to say. Thank you so much for your presence here today, here and now. Send this chapter to the 7 people you love most, you care most about. It doesn't matter if it's family, friends, work colleagues. Everybody needs to start speaking about these topics. We need to speak more about these topics. We need to be more these topics on our daily basis in every environment we are at, because we need to build peace in our relationships so that we don't have wars in the outside. And this is a homework here and now. Okay guys, big kiss, hug to everybody, and I see you next Monday, here and now, at the very same time, between 7 and 8 a.m. Brazilian time. That's probably between 11 and 12 a.m. for the folks that are in Europe. and in the afternoon for the folks that are in Asia. All right? See you next week. Bye bye.